Hey guys, just want to do a quick end of day update. Let's just look at a few markets real quick, and then I really want to go over uh, this longer term option play on silver. Some of you guys know we had the options training session coming up this Saturday, and so I want to talk a little bit about the options team. Uh, but the dollar didn't do much today. I talked about this morning. It's still all about whether or not we're going to hold this area. So you use Thursday and Friday's lows. Okay, that's the trigger. If we break the low from the 18th, then we can probably test the intraday lows around 93. Maybe that puts the euro above 114. I think the 116 level in the euro, I think it corresponds more with 92 here on the dollar, which held back in May. So that's how I play this. Now on the upside, if you get through the 8, that's a more solid green line right here. Then I expect to move back into the 30 here, 30 day. And then it'll be tough to probably get through this area. So I'd rather be long here, stop below the low. I mean, I have some dollar futures on from here, but I'm playing the dollar more in some other markets. But that's what I'm watching there. So obviously the reverse is pretty much true on the euro. We sold into it last week. Today, what do you have? A move, intraday move down. It kind of came back up. We covered pretty well here. So going into Tokyo tonight, I think you want to offer some into this 136.5 area. So maybe you layer 113.50, sell some more at 136. But again, I mean, if you're playing a longer term horizon, you want to really be selling 114, I think 115. All right, you just want to give yourself a little bit more room if we test some of these highs up here. Yeah, this was the May low, so that was right. 116 would be coincide with $92. But we're pretty high within the cycle. So percent D is already at 85, right guys? If you look here, track the slower stochastic number. It's easier. The faster line will kind of get you in trouble sometimes because it'll look like it's high within the cycle, but the slower line will still be in the middle of the range. So just keep it simple, right? We're up near 85, so pretty high within the cycle. Every time the euro gets up at the same levels, it struggles. So definitely would not be chasing long up here, and I'm really a little bit short, but I'm not aggressively short yet. Okay, pound yen, it didn't move really at all today. I think I pulled out 5 pips micro. I was pretty busy with my swing trades and some of the longer term positions. It's just kind of moving sideways here. Tonight's session will be a little bit more interesting. 4 hour we've already crossed, so I would be a little bit more inclined to think we go lower. The hourly sliding right into pi. Okay, you see the pi cycles coming down, this pi line. So we're just consolidating, and we'll see what price wants to do. It's either going to break here, up, take out these two highs. This is the big picture swing lower low I keep talking about. Excuse me, lower high, that's 132.5. You get above there, you can probably really release. But let's see if we get a nice wedge and then this rolls back over lower. It's just kind of a wait and see. But I'm leaning a little bit short in the swing trade account also. And then you can see that the cross here. So we're still cycling lower at the moment. So we'll see how we open on the open. The Dow had a strong move. I talked this morning that the upper end of the range was up here when you draw 2 standard deviations. Okay, that's 1 standard deviation. 2. Alright, so you get up into this area, you're getting high within the range, and this is the bottom of the range. So it just kind of wedged the rest of the day. But I pretty much sold a high today. That's what I highlighted this morning. You get a push up into here. and we got high within the cycle, and I just sold what I bought down here. So I'm still small long, maybe like 2 or 4 lots. The bigger, better place to be long from is actually the intermediate term bottom of the range. Is down here, 18, right in front of 18,000. So that's really when I want to get some bigger size on. But still a range trade. Same thing in bonds. We pushed a little bit higher today, and they were pretty well bid the entire day. So I sold some here. I talked about this morning. You can offer some out. Into these highs, and that's what we did. So the near term is bullish right now. If you get a dip overnight to 171.5, you're supposed to look to play along with the cycle. And today, once it got above these highs, it was pretty bullish. I mean, everything started to point up, and then you had a nice pullback around 10:30, and then that move went for another 10 ticks. More than 10 ticks, more than half a point. So I'd be a buyer there. Let's just look at one other thing. So oil's nice squeeze all week last week, and now we're already leaning the other way near term. Let's look at this 4-hour chart. So I'm making the money now. Probably need to cover some more. See, you have the 30 on the 4 hours coming up, and this is really low within the cycle. So the next move might be a bounce back to 49. Either you make a lower high, you retest this, maybe you even make a run for 50. This is on the October contract. So I'm going to cover a little bit. I'm going to play it big picture puts. Okay. Now here's what's interesting on the daily. This is crossed, and this was really high within the range. This was 97 reading, guys. It's rare to get that high within the cycle. So that's why I didn't want to stop out up here. I know there was a lot of pain. You know, we started selling here, small. But you just hate to stop out at the top of the cycle like this. So this is kind of where you have to learn to work your position, and that takes time. But the other thing is we were selling back in here, guys, in June, and then I was saying covered it at the bottom of this channel down here. So I'm not gonna stop out when we get back to the place where we sold initially, right? So there's different time frames we're trading. The higher time frames, it can be more patient. But this is a sell setup in my model. So if we look at can't really draw a swing line, but here's the prior day's low, prior day's low, prior day's low, prior day's low, prior day's low. You didn't take out each day's low is higher than the previous day's low, and then as soon as you take out the previous day's low, that's a sell setup in my model. Okay, it's a swing line break, I call it. You short when that low is taken out, stop above the high, and then we'll see if we can get some follow through back in this $44, $45 area. I talk about a wall concept a lot. If you look at this move down and you were to color this entire move in, I guess I could just do it here. Whoops. If we color this in, guys, what is this? Okay, this was the bearish move down. Okay, this represents the width is time, and the high to low is price. So this was one big fluid bearish move down. Okay, big fat red bar. It shows you who is in control. And then this rally back up. You can do the same thing. Fill it in. right? Because our charts on our different time frames, they're just a division of time. This doesn't, they don't really exist, right? These candles are just man-made by dividing the time up. So depending on how you want to view this, when we look at the daily chart, each day represents one candle, but we can draw this as many candles equaling one large candle. So you can see how this was, both in time and in price, was much more bearish. All right, so it's going to be tough for the bulls to take out this entire move, right? So this is a big wall that the bears built, and the bulls almost got back to the top of the wall, but looks like we couldn't quite do it. So you always kind of want to play halfway up or 50% retraces of these walls. So now that we have a big bullish move, about halfway of that wall, I would expect this market to retrace to. So into the $43, $44 area. Hopefully that makes sense. You guys that are in the room, you know I talk more about that. That's probably enough for covering the markets here. Most people won't watch if it's too long, so why don't I wrap it up there, and then I'll do another video on options and the longer term silver play I wanted to cover. But hey guys, there's new sites up now. We redid it over the weekend, so if you want to learn about the upcoming options seminar or just watch the next video I put out, I'm going to show you the type of stuff we're going to go over this weekend, and these are the types of plays we're going to be doing on the options team. So you pay one price, it's a small price to learn the entire options strategies, and then also I teach you on the model, on my trading model. So you learn that, and then you get 6 months of a bonus to the active trader program. That's $900 value, and then we're going to trade together as a team in the private trading room for 6 months and probably even longer. Alright, so when you go out into the marketplace and actually want to put on these trades, you're not doing it by yourself. We're going to walk through trades together. We're going to make money together. But visit the site. You could sign up there. I'm going to do the next one here Saturday. And then go ahead and watch the next video. I'm going to do a quick rundown on this silver long-term play we did on silver.